Look at these gorgeous roses. Now this set here is a pretty, it's a beautiful set because you can make all sorts of basic cards from them. Basically you've got a background paper in 4 different sizes. You've also got a frame aperture that you can use on the front of cards. You've also got borders. Now you've got a border that can go down the side of the card, or you've got a border that can go along the bottom, and you can use it landscape or portrait. And because you've got these as one single download all together, all the different sheets, you can print them off anytime you want them. And the great thing is that they're in 4 different sizes, so you can mix and match as much as you like. Let's just take you through the basic ones of what you're going to get. Now there's the first one. Look at that background paper. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? You've got all those beautiful roses. And don't forget, we've got loads of other downloads as well that correspond with this set, so you can mix and match. Now, I'll just go through this one here. So that's the large size. Then you've also got the next size down. It's exactly the same design, but say you want it on an A5 card. Again, you're getting that size there to download, so those will go really well. Now you can imagine this one with a border around it and actually using it in conjunction with the large one. So if we can just get in a bit closer on that, you can see then you can use this landscape, or it also works just as well, portrait as well. And then you can even go down to the smallest one as well. Look at that, you've got all those beautiful ones there. Now those would be great for using this, cut it in half even, put a little sentiment on. So you can create some wonderful cards by mixing and matching the different elements that you've got in this set, or you can go to other downloads as well. Next, you're also going to get this one in this set. You've got this beautiful frame here. And again, you can use this frame, portrait, or you can use it landscape like that. Now this would be great for your scrapbooking as well. Cut that out and have an image. What about a wedding photograph, or just the front of a large A4 card, or if you just want to put some text in there, or if you, lots of different ways you can even use it at a wedding, as we're putting the service in there, or just putting all sorts of things you can type in there. You've got the smaller images as well. Can you imagine those? Make a lovely opening frame there, and you've got a picture of the man and the lady in each of those. You can make a lovely romantic card there, a wedding card with this all cut out the centre and then it laid over the top of the picture. You've got the lovely rose frame. Then you've got them in the next size as well that you can print out and use as many times as you want, or on the front of a card. And you could put that on the front of a card. You could cut the centre out and you've got that beautiful rose lined aperture on a C6 card. And then you've also got this one as well. I mean, that's just crying out for putting happy birthday on there, or congratulations, or just a series of little cards, or even use them as waterfall cards. Various different ways again of using those. Then you've also got these, which are borders. Now I'm going to give you a quick demonstration at the end of this how to use that. What I'm going to do is trim the edge off one of the ones I've got and then just fold it. So that would be like a front of the card with a beautiful border but a ragged edge. I'll show you that in a second. I've printed it onto some watercolour paper so it really does look like a watercolour effect. These are just printed out, but you can alter the depth. You can make them look like vellum by printing them on the lowest quality and get a real pale effect. You've also got this one. This just creates, you can do borders, or you can, they are designed so that would be the card and it would fold down the middle there. Then you've got the rose on the outside there to give you a basis for building your cards upon. Then you've also got the small one. You can even do your cards that way, so they're landscape. So that would be the base of the card. It would fold this way and it opens up as a landscape card, and you've got that lovely rose border at the bottom, or it could be at the top of the card as well. Then you've also got the small ones. Now, if you put that would be great for putting a text on here. And you've got the lovely rose at the side there, so for weddings or birthdays, etc. That's the landscape rose down the edge, but we've also got it in the portrait as well. So down that way, you could have a nice portrait card, fold that in half, and you've got the lovely jagged edge around the edge, which you can trim out. What I'm going to show you in a minute, you can do with these ones too. And again, you've got all the different sizes there of the portrait border to go on those. And again, you can use these as landscape if you want to. Any way you want, really. You've got the small ones there. And again, instead of using, you've got the sentiment sheet there maybe, and you've got the rose at the top, and then there's plenty of room here to put the text underneath. Again, it's entirely up to you which way you want to use it. You've also got that one too there. So it gives you it shows you all the images that you're getting, but you can even use these as well as little sentiment sheets too. Plus, in this particular set, because of the borders, I'm going to give you this one as well. It just shows you exactly where the centre is if you want to make an A5 card. Like what I've done here, I've actually printed it onto this paper, which is like a water colour paper. And what I'm going to do is just show you how this works. So if I move these to one side, get myself all prepared, I need my cutting mat, scissors and my scoring tool. So all I'm going to do here is just see the edge of the card here, down the edge, you see all the white bits. Well, I'm just going to cut those out. Now I can't do this, I'm going to have to lift it up, so I'm going to have to pull it out a shot. So if you can come back to me, Chuck, just while I'm cutting this bit out, and we'll just have a little chat, shall we? So roses, what are those good for? Well, I mean, they're perfect for Valentine's Day. Anything romantic? I mean, if you're in doubt, classic roses for a card is just absolutely perfect. And all I've done here, I've printed it directly from my download, and I can do this thousands of times if I want to. Brilliant downloads they are, because then if you should have a wedding or something like that, you're using these for, and you've got to make 240 cards, well, you can print out 240. Then all of a sudden, if the wedding list should go to 500, well then, don't worry, you don't have to go back to the printer, you just print them out yourself. And all I'm doing is cutting the edge out of here, just going around the edge of the card and following the actual design. Right, you can see it now. I wasn't going to do that back to front. You see how I've just trimmed along the edge? Now, what you can do is, you've got some decisions. You can either use this, if you want to know exactly where the centre is, if you just put that over the top, like so, let me just pop that down, and then just score it, you'll know exactly, so if I just put that over there, just score through the paper, and it'll indent into the back, and let's just score that down. And you can use this piece of paper time and time again. I'm just scoring through there, so that'll help know exactly where the fold is. So all I've got to do now is fold that over, and I've got the perfect card, and I've got the perfect border going around the edge there. Isn't that fantastic? So you've got vertical, and then you can just decorate this up. I think that'd look fantastic just with a band. If you come back to me, Chuck, just a band of red down here, something like that, and maybe something like that. Or you could get some of the other sheets from the different images here, or you could go and have a look at the other downloads where you've got the 3D, you've got the mix and match, and you could decoupage that up. But you see how you've got the border there? See how the border's just making a nice edge along there? So you could have the card like that too. You don't have to have it as a portrait. You could have it really nice that way. So you've got landscape way of using that and then decorating that up, or you can use it portrait as well. So let me just remind you what you're going to get. You're going to get 4 images. 4 images, and if we can just see that up close, Lorraine, that'd be great. And you're getting 4 of those images. That is the background paper, and if you just come back to me, Chuck, you can see you can make a beautiful card like that, and you see I've printed this out paler so it looks more like a watercolour. Print them out on your best settings, you get a lovely image like that. So if you want this card making set to give you the apertures, the borders and the background papers, this is the one to get, and you can download this in minutes and you can be making straight away.